Здравствуйте, дорогие мои подписчики. Сегодня мы будем discuss the absolute nonsense that was the Diyar Nurgozhay and Brendson Ribeiro fight that took place on March 15th, my birthday. Okay, let's start off with the way that I made this prediction. As some of you may know, I decided not to make official picks because it was my birthday week. And I felt like the card was not worth it. However, I still made my vibe picks on Friday. And I often find that when I make vibe picks without studying anything else, the predictions actually come out pretty well. So when Nurgozhay and Ribeiro faced each other off, and when I saw them at the weigh-ins, my initial thought was, who the fuck is this fat cunt? Who is this fat cunt? And initially, my literal first thought was, I'm picking Brendson Ribeiro, and then the overthinking began. I was like, who is this fat cunt? So I went and checked. I opened Tapology, and I saw that he was an undefeated guy from Kazakhstan. Immediately, my opinions changed. I was like, whoa, maybe I missed something. I must have been tripping. I should pick Nurgozhay, of course. So, like a fool, I went and picked Nurgozhay. Just like everybody else. And I was trying to remember which fight it was last time that I forgot to predict. Where a similar thing happened. Nobody was picking this one Asian guy. It was maybe one of you guys will know which week it was that I was absent. But I didn't post my picks because I was embarrassed to, and then the guy that nobody was picking won that I picked. But I have no proof of it. Anyways, this time every fiber in my body was telling me, no, do not pick the fat cunt. And I picked him anyways. So after I found out the results of the fight, I didn't watch it live, but I watched it back. And immediately the first thing I noticed when Nurgozhay stepped into the octagon was the fact that he looked like he had an extra chromosome. I have a feeling this may have been because of his really tough weight cut. He missed weight, first of all, and I have a feeling that the weight cut probably affected his brain as well. You know, I also don't know what was going on with him. I think he has Tourette's. The whole time he just kept wiping his eye area. I don't know how a person can be focused while doing this simultaneously. The answer is they cannot. Of course, I had none of this information about Nurgozhay. All I had was my initial feeling about him when I saw him. That was, obviously, this fat cunt will not win. Guys, by the way, I'm saying fat cunt, but I don't really, I have no, meanness towards any of these dudes. Let me just be emotional for 2 minutes, okay? I think that's allowed. It's okay if you're a fat cunt. Don't start commenting under this video. Oh, you called him a fat cunt. Oh my god. Now, this all ties in to the dilemma I've been having about my own life and my reality. And the fact that at the end of the day, I have such a hard time deciding between what is good and what is bad. And I can't trust my own instincts, even though clearly they're right. I have found myself in such a deep loop of overthinking. I've completely lost the plot of my life. The most worrisome part of all of this is the subtle realization that I can be so easily fooled because the fact that I saw reality, the reality which was this guy is a fat cunt with an extra chromosome. How is he going to win? The fact that I saw this reality, right? And that I so quickly switched up on myself after just seeing this guy's stats is embarrassing and something to be remembered. I must never repeat this mistake again. Although I'm sure I will, because unfortunately I'm a fucking human. Anyways, oh yes, and at the end, how did this guy lose? He got a takedown on Ribeiro, but it was him that ended up somersaulting into a Kimura. And he just tapped from beneath. This is a really big lesson for me, to trust myself and to really listen to that small voice, which is the first to speak up usually. Because this is a small example of what can happen to a fucking overthinker. So for all of you overthinkers out there, just know that reality might be right in front of you and it might be very clear, and you will still tell yourself lies for no reason, like justifying something that what are you even justifying? Madness. Anyways, that'll be the end of this video. Thank you for coming to my very contained meltdown. I just feel like it's ridiculous that I did this again in my life. And I've been doing this with other things in my life, often with more consequences. So, anyways, I'm putting this down as an experience to learn from so that I no longer have to experience avoidable pain in my life. This is a perfect example of avoidable pain. Like, why can't I just trust myself? This is a question I'll be thinking about all day. If you guys have suggestions or answers, drop them below. Anyways, on that note, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up with the bowl. on next week's card, I'll really try and do better. This time, I'll try and really see reality for what it is. And I won't get swayed by outside nonsense that is actually irrelevant to what I am seeing and experiencing. Okay, now we can let go of this thought. And I'll see you guys on a different time. Let me know what kind of videos you want me to post on this channel. I have some ideas, but as you know, execution is not my strong suit. Anyways, yep, that's it. I'll see you next time.